Mark and Natividad at the Eastern Avenue Winter Maintenance Facility, where it's all hands on deck. We've been seeing several snowplows come and go as the winter storm progresses, really working on those roads tonight. And even this morning, the city said they were prepared for this assault of snow. But there is one aspect of snow clearing that could make their operation more efficient, but the city actually doesn't use.
If you look at a storm of this magnitude, we'll probably use about 12,000 tons of salt. We'll deploy 200 salt trucks, 300 sidewalk plows, and 600 road plows. We think that we'll be plowing main arterial roadways between 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. Local roads, we may be out there around 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. And sidewalks, we're going to be out there at 6 p.m. and we'll be doing multiple rounds of plowing, probably on our expressways, our arterial roads, our sidewalks, and our bike lanes.
With heavy trucks out on the road in the thick of rush hour, the city is also advising motorists to stay well behind those large vehicles and be mindful of safety. CAA warning drivers never to try and pass a snowplow, especially on the right-hand side, as that could result in a severe, even fatal collision.
We hope that if you have somewhere to park that's not on the road, please use it. Parking on the road does create some issues for us. We do have to go by after you leave and plow that back in. So if you do not need to park on the road, please find somewhere to park.
That's a request from the city, but there are certain streets that are designated as snow routes. One of the more confusing things for drivers during these conditions are signs like this that say no parking on a snow route. Now, it's coming down pretty hard right now, but you can see this vehicle right here, and all the way down the street, multiple vehicles parked on this street. So what does that sign actually mean? We asked some drivers in the area, and even they weren't sure.
I'm assuming that after a certain amount of snow coverage, you've got to move your car to the other side of the street. I don't know if it's on both sides of the streets. I actually have no clue.
I'm guessing that they probably want to get the snow off the streets, but relying on cars to not park there. That'd be my guess.
And there is some confusion as to the snow routes, when they're in effect, when they're not in effect. How do drivers know when they're not allowed to be stopping there?
So that will be we'll have a bigger message going out there. So we are not in a major snow event yet. So once we declare something like that, we will put out messaging that you're not allowed to park in those events so that we can actually do snow removal. We're not there yet, though.
A map on the city's website shows snowstorm condition routes. In blue, major arteries where parking is already prohibited. In red, the snow routes where parking is prohibited only when there is a declaration of a major snow condition. Parking would be prohibited for 72 hours under penalty of a $200 fine. Today's weather actually doesn't count as severe enough, but the drivers we spoke to said they wouldn't mind moving out of the way.
Cost of doing business, I think you just got to get your car out of the way so that you can actually park it. I mean, that's the other problem. Once all the cars park and people start shoveling snow, the cars kind of get buried between the piles and then they stick there for the whole winter. So I'd gladly move my car to the other side if it means that I'm going to be able to park for the rest of the winter.
I know around here would be a lot easier because there is a lot of hectic with the street cars. Number one, they take up a track already.
Yeah.
I mean, it would help quite a bit.
Now, the city hasn't actually declared a major snowstorm condition in 20 years, and that's what would be needed to make those parking bans or let those parking bans come into effect during these heavy snowfalls. But what they say is that right now, even though it seems really bad right now, the total accumulation doesn't warrant calling for a major snowstorm condition, so that's why that's not happening. Now, if you're wondering whether the snow is going to be cleared in your area soon, or you're wondering where those snowplows are, there's actually an app on the city's website. It's called Plow TO, and you can track these snowplows in real time.